What's going on, y'all? Thank you for choosing once again to click on the channel. This is OYAOY. I'm simply here to do my job, get the messages to the collective. Okay, so I'm gonna hop straight in. This is gonna be the fathers in your life. So last night I was doing channeling, and I was basically picking up on a lot of grandfather spirits, um, great grandfathers. Heck, it could be your father, but the dates was like coming out 1920, 1940. 1960. Okay, so please, guys, only take what resonates. I'm only here to give it to you so you can have it. We're all stars in our own show, but this may or may not be for you. Okay, so I got underground infrastructure of urban areas. Um, a lot of you could come from backgrounds where your great grandfathers was actually working a lot on the railroad, um, on railroads here. We had underground. It looks like Aaliyah. But something came up about the Holocaust, clandestine immigration of Jews to Palestine between 1920 and 1948 when Great Britain controlled the area. Okay, so I don't know if a lot of you know that you could be connected to, um, for one, the Jews, but also the Holocaust. So we had under Jewish military organization. Something came up about Cyprus detention camps. Um, and then we had something about a payout, okay? Different, you have Mayor Office of Economic Opportunity and Empowerment. So I don't know if you know about a lot of the economic injustice that was done, but most of us do know. But you have the Mayor's Office of Economic Opportunity and Empowerment. Something about a gun, maybe a old gun. Something about an old gun. You had Coon came out, which is a bushman from Kala, Kalaria, or Kalari, South Africa. Okay, you also had Wisconsin came out. Someone is being told to go see your grandma. Okay, something about someone being sick, different gun laws. Something about a lot came up about the wars or wars that certain ancestors was fighting. You have Balinese, and I was picking up Indonesian food. Um, Something about king. Um, and then there was different doctors. Okay, you have something came up. I don't know if diabetes actually runs in your family, diabetes and obesity, but something about different doctors and their medication when it came to diabetes or obesity. Okay, and we all know about the weaponized food on certain melanated beings, so it's just what it is. Okay, we also had an aunt came out. Okay, something about eclipse. Um, there could have been somebody that was actually working as a law student. This person could have either volunteered or they were working as an intern as a law student. They could be getting caught up from some type of fraud, dealing with some paperwork. So you had Brazil came out. A lot of your ancestors also was into like the automotive industry. Um, and then it was a bunch of special air service, special air force, special British army. Um, Special Forces Unit. Okay, so I had Special Forces Unit 1941 by David Sterling in the 1950 Elite British Counterterrorism Hostage Rescue Surveillance. It was some type of tactical team. Okay, it also something came up about AI and data management, um, mortgage. Um, Something about the injustice done to certain people when they needed loans for their home. These banks, and maybe this is why you're seeing a lot of judgment on the land when it comes to these banks, different loan opportunities for certain people, because you had Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation came out. Okay, so you had North Queensland Metals, a lot about people in the metal field. And then you had Australia, Nuclear Quadropolar Moment, help, which was intended to be helpful. Somebody could actually be intended to be helpful, but they was making a mockery out of the help or mocking the help or something like that. Then you had someone with the initial N and Junior came out. Then I got New Jersey. Someone could also been into like clean energy ventures. They was getting things patented for clean energy, solar panels, or different things like that. Okay, but they made a bad investment with somebody that could actually stole the idea or did something. You had Department of Transportation came out, different trucking groups. The hours of service came out. Okay, so I don't know if people were shortchanged when it came to their hours of service in the trucking industry. Okay, but this is why you're seeing a lot of judgment on the land. It's just what it is. Our ancestors want judgment. So you have THRV, equity value. Okay, so something about somebody's RV. Um, Somebody's also worried about some professional DJ equipment that somebody could actually took from somebody. So you had professional DJ equipment came out. Somebody that was actual DJ to like weddings, parties, or something like that could have had a lot of equipment that was either taken, stolen, or you know what I'm saying, given to the wrong person. 1980 diamond jewelers came out. Um, and I thought about where the diamonds actually come from, what the land that was actually robbed of these jewels, okay? But diamond jewelers, yeah, they came out. So you have AHR, American Historical Association. We are all being told to check our history when it comes to our own personal bloodline. It's just what it is. Someone wants, you to know about American Historical Association. So I don't know if this is actually, association that keeps up with the history in America or something, but something about it's fraud. Okay, so you had health plans came out, um, and this was basically around melanoma. Uh, I didn't look it up yet. Yeah, but different skin cancers, okay? Something about the health plans and melanoma. Um, and I was picking up too, somebody could actually been, sick from either spraying chemicals or something on certain farmlands. Okay, so this came back out about different skin cancers and the health plans that were around these certain jobs that our ancestors was doing. You have commercial waste, garbage disposal crew. Okay, so you got somebody that could actually worked in the garbage disposal crew. You have transit companies, people that were picking people up, whether limo, bus, whatever it was, people that could, these are some of the jobs. Mail carriers, and it keep coming out with the South, okay? So it's all around the South. Um, I'm gonna look this up real quick because this came out. Yeah, something about genomes in the field of molecular biology and genetics is all the genetic information of an organism. Okay, so something about DNA, viruses, RNA, non-coding genes. Okay, genome came out. Then we had baseball. Okay, so your ancestor could have actually been a baseball player. A lot of aviation, plane. Um, a lot about planes is coming up. So I was getting, a lot about the war and somebody riding planes. Then somebody came out talking about their legs being ripped off. Um, okay, so I don't know if you actually dealt with an ancestor, you finding out about some legs that was ripped off or something. And I was trying to pull to see actually what happened, and it just kept coming and going. So we had famine over the moon, 2013, roots in Haiti, USA, Turkey, and Ukraine. Connecticut, 1920. I got the initials WB. I got Allen, which I pulled, and that's actually Harmony. We got Natty, Nattie, and something about someone that likes to wear ties or is always dressed up. Okay, then you got Brit Eat. Okay, so I don't know if it's saying the British was eating or how the Brit eats or something. We had Ritz Beat. Okay, so something about somebody could have got beat by either a white man or a group of white men. Then you had Nino. I don't know if somebody's nickname could be Nino. Um, but ain't Nino 9? Yeah, so something about Nino. We have different oil companies, um, something about gas and oil companies, Italians in Rome, the War in the South. Okay, it came up with a book, The War in the South, a novel of ancient Egypt. So a lot of you are being told that you have ancestors that are from ancient Egypt. This is why you're seeing the war happening in the South. Detroit, Michigan came up. Okay, somebody is saying that they a Kari Williams fan. I don't even know who this guy is, but I looked him up. You spell his name Kharyl. AIRE Williams fan. Q Monet came out, and Monets. So the Monets, A and W Rest. Um, I don't know if this was somebody that actually likes root beer or the restaurant A and W. But you had Allen, you had Wright, you had Lou, which is Vietnamese. Okay, so this was a Vietnamese ancestor. Somebody that could actually love fishing is somebody's really tripping because something about some illegal fishing. Okay, I don't know if they like, you know what I'm saying, how they gonna regulate us fishing when they used to be able to just go out and fish. But something came up about fishing again. Whoever this is loves fishing. And I don't think they can believe it's actually regulated now. You have military, a circle or operation, and I don't know why I got on a dog bite. So somebody could have actually had a bad surgery or operation due to either diabetes or a dog bite or some type of bite. Okay, so I mean it's coming back up about how these different medical centers and medical procedures were, they were not where they are today. Um, Something about somebody could have actually died with a gun. They could have tied it to themselves. Okay, somebody's being told about they see a lot of color boys or a lot of rainbow biological males. Okay, so biological males came up, and I was laughing because I was picking up what he was trying to say. Whoever this is, he was like he's seeing a lot of color boys. Okay, then you had a lot's come up about the way you eat. A lot of them had to eat like litter or slop or different, scraplings. Okay, so, and I don't know if it's saying they was actually eating their children or somebody was eating children or something, but eating litter came up. And then I instantly thought about, pig ass. Um, and then when I look up, I see trap trauma. Okay, so we're being told about the reason why a lot of this we dealing with is because our ancestors were trapped in trauma. They had to deal with trauma, and it was trapped within them, pertaining to their identity, who they were. Somebody could have actually ate some gold that they found at a gold mine. Okay, so you had cold, KULD. And this came out with Beyond the Black Spell. So I don't know if this is actually like the curse of the Israelites or, having to do with Deuteronomy or something, but this is like looking beyond the black spell. Then you had something about Smith, okay, Smith and Wessons, something about eating weapons. I don't know if somebody was actually eating, what is it, gunpowder or something like that. But we had honey, something about somebody popping gloss or popping their lips gloss. Then you had quartets came out, CARTET. Okay, you had Wisconsin. Somebody was talking about how they had a white woman, okay, and then they was talking about bigots. And I don't even talk like that, but this is what whoever this was said bigots. Okay, then you had Lunik, so LUNEK, which was originated in Illinois, 1920. Something about this person could have actually been involved with like solar panels or doing something as far as solar panels. And then I got It's Big. Okay, so it's big what's going on in the world. Simply because we experiencing it. A lot of us experienced the pain of our ancestors, and we tired. So you had a lot came up about farms, different pesticides, and I had pulled, and like I said, I got melanoma and different skin cancers, okay? But you had Brightfin came out, something about Benjamin Franklin, okay? Then you had 19 Yeed, something obsolete. You had Somalia. You had a lot of people that were, considered urban or in certain areas. They stayed either drunk or high, okay? And I'm getting like wine drunk. Um, and then it says they could not proceed their education. Okay, so somebody's being told to proceed your education, and I feel like this is just educating yourself on who you are and your lineage, because they could not proceed their education from being crushed and banged up, meaning every time they try to do something they was being crushed down and oppressed and banged up from working so hard. And literally, y'all, I was so emotional. Just this read was just taking me back because I'm like, imagine all the things that they had to experience. Okay, so you had Rosa came up, Rosin, or Rosanie. Okay, I don't know, I couldn't get that. And then you got once again these different repellents. DEET came out, so it was like pesticide, different repellents for bugs or mosquitoes or something. Something about some repellent came out. Then you had DEETing, and then I had asked, I'm like, what was one of the things that you experienced that it took you a while to get over, or you really dealt with that was traumatizing? And they was like ship friends, and I don't know if it's meant like their friends being shipped off or people that was being shipped in, or you know what I'm saying, working on ships and seeing their friends die or something like that. But all it came out was ship friends. um and also, one of the questions I was like, well, what do you see now that, you know what I'm saying? What is one of the things that you see now that kind of like blows you away? And they was like, the use of different computers and telephones. Somebody was really taken back because they was actually either helping, put together a camera, or something about a camera was real important back in the day. So to see like the use of camera phones and the webcams or something like that, this person was taken back. You had the name Slim came out. Then you had Arizona. Someone loves limes, so I don't know if you actually pay homage to your ancestors, but somebody wants limes. um, then you got somebody said be easy on soaps, detergents, and maintenance products. And that's crazy because after I looked at limes, this is like, some people I think use lemons or something like that. But somebody's being told to be easy on your soap, your detergent, and maintenance products. And I feel like it's simply because, our blood, who we are, our DNA, we changing now. So we're starting to see that some of these things are not good for us, our skin, our scalps, everything. Okay, so a lot about brothers in arms came up. Sorax came out, so it was SORAXS, and I got brothers in arms out of that. But somebody's being really disrespectful to a passed on loved one on the internet. Okay, they want you to know they see your disrespect. This is literally with somebody that's like, fuck the dead or whatever. But this person's very disrespectful on the internet. They already under judgment. They want you to continue to see things in a positive light, um, in a higher light, in a vibing light. You had a lot came up about ultraviolet lights. Okay. Also, something about somebody could be pregnant and they really sick. Um, and something about a stabbing. So I had already got some cards out because I had started it and then I had to restart it. Um, but we got planning to come at midnight. Someone wants you to know about some type of evil plan that could be happening pertaining to somebody trying to come in on you at midnight or the hours of when you sleep. Okay. Then you had identical magic. It could be two or more people that's gathered together casting spells. These people have mutual hatred. Okay, they could be doing mirror work or mirror imaging, but these are like twin haters. These are two or more people that gather together to come up with a plan to do something against you here. And then it's crazy because I actually had Obiism came out. And it said under British government, Jamaica, uh, somebody could be doing something over a court case, but you have West Indian islands. So I don't know if you know, you could have ancestors from the islands, Jamaica, Haiti, but Haiti came out 2 times. Okay, and then when I got my notes last night, before I even pulled, because I'm pulling today, but I did my notes last night, it was like there could be some roots coming from Haiti or somebody that's Haitian that actually did some root work. Um, then you had the spirit of evil. Somebody's into like the voodoo, but they have the spirit of evil. Something about a Catholic church. Um, something about children, young boys and girls. A white minister in a Baptist church. So you got lonely groves and mountain caves. Okay, they also telling you too about your Chinese ancestors. A lot of you have Chinese ancestors that you can tap into. I don't know if you know about your lineage, but you have the Vietnamese, Indian Island, um, even British. Somebody's like, you know, but there will be no more unwarranted rituals here. They want you to know once upon a time, if I was like somebody that came in and this person was like a secret fruit, they was getting rolled up. Okay, somebody's like literally like taken back because somebody, I don't know if this is their actual grandson or their son, but their son could actually be, into rainbow living here, and they can't believe it. They want you to know that God is real. Always give praise through what you're going through. Okay, somebody just like, and this was almost like I was getting, the way that we praise or the way that we do things is so different. It's your right to know your heritage or who you connected to, the gifts that you have. Know your true identity. Know the plans that the enemy could be planning for you. But you had crying in Hebrew came out. And this is basically being told that, the way that people used to worship or praise, they was actually crying out in Hebrew in another language. And these are, our ancestors that are connected in, you know, inside the all. Okay, you have extra galactic possible space. They want you to know any planet is possible space. This is a lot. This is like outside of, you know just this 3D. Somebody's ancestors is like um highly spiritual, and they are like, maybe you highly religious or something about you and 2 feet. Okay, it also came up too about the Middle East came out. um what was it? Uh, Sorry, of course I gotta type it in. But I think it was Greek. Hold on, let me look it up again. Okay, so East Indian language came out, but language in East. I don't know why I got this one. Or in East Africa. So you got Arabic, Greek, and Kurdish. Kurdish, I hope I'm saying that right. But these are native languages to the Middle Eastern. So Middle East language came out. So we're going to keep on pulling y'all. Like I said, I got those messages last night, and I'm just pulling these cards to see what it is that we need to know individually, or, if anybody else wants to say anything or what. But I actually enjoyed it. But it was, just to know what some of them experience simply by not, even medical plans, healthcare, different things like that were being used as a, yeah. They said something about policies, and I feel like this has to do with medical. So imagine, like, literally you working somewhere and a bone gets broken, and you don't have any way to fix it. Okay, this is why it was important for our ancestors that they was connected to their gifts, because we learned, we just automatically had, you know, herbology and different things within us to be able to help other people. It's like people are robbing us, or we're robbing us of different knowledge and gifts that we have, trying to put, different regulations and policies on things, but they secretly using them to come against others. And I feel like this is a lot that's going on. I don't know if somebody's into like doing something for beauty or to stay young, but somebody's telling you somebody's been doing something extra to stay young, to stay beautiful, and we already know what's up. So let's see. Yeah, this is why you're seeing different things going on. Somebody could actually been prevented from a robbery, or somebody could have tried to rob somebody of money and property, and now they dealing with like a house fire. So something's coming up again too about something blazing up. Um, yeah, and literally, instead of like, if they can't take everything from us, they was literally just setting houses on fire. So that's also coming up too, about different money and property, when they seen certain people moving towards, you know, economic freedom or different social classes, then money and property was literally set on fire here. Imagine. I don't know why I'm getting HIPAA too. So we all know that that's just, you know, certain laws that are surrounding your health insurance and Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, okay, which is supposed to be protecting certain people's medical records and stuff like this. This is why you seeing other people under judgment. And I feel like a lot of the medical records that was tampered with or, you know, pulled were to see who certain bloodlines were, what your DNA was, who you connected to, so they can find certain ways to try to do things. These people literally have the spirit of evil. This is why they all under judgment. Yeah, a lot of them are high. Yeah, so you have ancestors that was actually on the constantly on the road. Somebody was constantly on the road here. Didn't I say somebody just does a lot of work because they want to stay youthful or appear youthful? Yeah, and they was living more mountain high than we were. These are a lot of people that do, you know, and we hear about it too. When you go to the mountaintop and you literally going to worship, or you going to give praise, or you going to speak to your ancestors, we would travel to the mountaintops. Something's coming up, but that's real significant about the mountaintops. I don't know if you could be taking a trip. You could be taking a trip to some mountains, or this is important for you to reach some type of height mentally. Um, Somebody could have been mounting something too. I feel like somebody could have been mounting something and something was set on fire, rejected, knowing because it was coming from you. Yeah, yeah. So someone could actually rejected some knowledge because it was coming from you, but this is like coming from the ancestors. So I feel like you shouldn't feel no type of way. Your appearance could even be changing to the point where you look more youthful, simply because you could be connected to your highest ancestors. And like I said, you have you have lineage everywhere. You have the act of nature came out again, y'all. So this is why you seeing certain things when these trees and stuff are falling. Different people are being told to wake up about some knowledge that they could have rejected simply because it was coming from one particular person. But this is like whatever knowledge you have. If somebody was trying to rob you of it anyway, you also have property, robbery, theft. So this is property, money. Um, and this is what I'm saying. Somebody wants someone to not have some type of secure foundation. And the thing is, it's already yours simply because you connected. You can know your identity here. And I told y'all too, I picked up too about them dental records, different dentists or something. Somebody could actually be doing something with some teeth. Like imagine somebody going through all of this. If it's not actual hair, teeth, or something, somebody is doing something to keep certain people from realizing like we're not under no type of y'all. Control partners cause children to take sides, grow up insecure, disrespect their fathers, feel manipulated, and disrespectful towards authority. Okay, so it could have been a Jezebel mother that's actually going through some type of judgment. This person could have actually participated with an uncle. Okay, it could be an uncle and a mother here. Um, Whether they know about this information or not, these people could actually be getting caught up from either watching or there's a camera or film here. Okay, so I don't know if you're finding out about a hidden camera, some type of footage, but somebody was watching while they did high level magic or high level evil over your life here. And like I said, it's a practitioner. Somebody could actually be connected to some Haitians or somebody from the West Indian Islands. Jamaica is out here. The British is out here. Yeah, they was quietly doing something for competition. Okay, these people could have they could have actually started some type of campaign. Um, and to me, I just feel like this is like bashing your name or something. So we're going to keep on pulling and see. Yeah, you got a relative out here that could have been actually involved with doing something. They could have been doing something high level and then watching it on film. And like I told y'all, these to me are like spiritual movies. If anyone wants to, do something over you and then create a movie out of it, they want to watch it consistently because it's a level of energy harvesting that is sick. Okay, it's the spirit of evil. It's just what it is. If somebody wants to watch someone get tortured over and over again, that's another level of evil that we don't even want to tap into. Okay, but somebody is into like chaos magic. They have knowledge of these certain things, and I feel like simply because this is who somebody is connected to. What's this campaign? Yeah, there's no competition. There is no competition. There's no such thing. You have this knowledge for yourself because you are connected to the Galactic Federation. Some of you have high level ancestors, like I said, and they're not for this. Yeah, microphone, camera. So somebody could have actually been recording you, tapping devices, your camera. You're going to have some clarity coming. And I feel like this is simply because of who you are. So we're going to pull some of these other cards. See if we can get some new energy on what they want to tell us. I also do some words too, but yeah, it's like somebody's planning to do something. And one of the things that, how I got not necessarily caught up, but how I was placed, it was more so, some people waited until I was actually asleep to have a bunch of officers come to my door. And, it's just the spirit that's among certain people. When they see that you rejecting what they had for you and you want what God had for you. So y'all keep on going. You're not, and I feel like somebody's telling you to watch the things that you eat. Like I said, litter. They was actually eating slop. Maybe you have the chance to eat something different. Watch a lot of artificial ingredients. If it's not just in your food, it's in your beauty care products, what you putting on your body. It's a part of your routine. Someone wants you to watch artificial ingredients. Yeah. They don't want you to be pressured into fake happiness. A lot of people have been forced to smile, and this is simply after dealing with a level of trauma and harassment. You still have to get up, you know what I'm saying? Make a living, start your day, love on those who love you, give praise. And I feel like somebody wanted you under a lot of pressure. You're going to see some of these people, they literally faking their happiness now because something's rushing in. And I think I'm getting that you could be clairaudient, clairvoyant. It's a lot of clairs here. Yeah, you could be into creative arts. Somebody's actually sad because you either left or they are continuously hoping for your arrival. This is like a hard reconciliation. Being able to trust your inner intuitive gifts. Knowing that you could have been misunderstood and misinterpreted, but you sensitive by nature here. But this is like someone didn't want you to travel somewhere, and maybe you meant to travel. And like I said, I was getting that somebody's going like to the mountaintops or something about you. You are meant to travel. Due to some inner conflict you already had and some type of instability, you're supposed to find your place in the world. So maybe this is the journey that you're on, is actually finding your place in the world, realizing you was around a lot of artificial people. God always had your back some type of way though. This is like every time you went to do something, something could have happened. And I remember one time I actually did that because I was, caught up around the wrong crowd, going to do stuff that I probably shouldn't. And I was, considering how shit regularly plays out here, I was a fucking squirt. Shit, I ain't know a lot about a lot of shit, but I ended up trying to get some money. It wasn't the right way though, you know what I'm saying? And a bird flew straight into my car windshield, or the person that was driving's windshield. And my soul was like, bitch, go back home. Take
your ass back home. I honestly thought jailbird, bitch. As soon as that bird slammed into the windshield, I was like, yeah, that's an act of nature. That's the type of act of nature I'm talking about. When stuff happens that doesn't seem to make sense, but you know it's a part of, God trying to tell you, hey, look, you going the wrong way. You need to make a U-turn. Yeah, y'all, I kept going. End up getting locked up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, it'll be ways that, you know what I'm saying, you can get out of stuff simply by believing that you ain't got to go through the same shit that our ancestors, you know what I'm saying, they didn't already paved the way. Regardless of it, they could have been treated a certain way, but they paved the way, man. We literally built all the land that we own right now. There is no lack in the kingdom. There is no hatred. There is no depression. There is no targeting. There is no forced smiling. It's just, I'm ready. And I'm not saying that I'm all the way ready because I'm nowhere near, worthy. But like, man, wherever we going, I'm ready to get the hell up out of here. I am. I am. Cause I don't. The way things be moving out here, man, I'm not trying to swim with these fishes. I'm not trying to swim with them. Don't even want to win with them. I don't want nothing from anybody but God. Yes, so something coming up about some body cam footage too. And this is another thing when different conflicts like this was happening. Imagine when people was getting dragged and ripped apart, set on fire, and they houses and properties being burned. There wasn't no such thing as body camera footage. There wasn't no such thing. The DIA, the CSI, all of the police, those were the same people. Those were the same people. It's just like, and I'm picking it up too. Like those certain people, how you gonna investigate some shit that you was a part of? Like stuff like it don't make sense to me, and I don't want nobody to try to force it down my throat. You're not force feeding me any type of wickedness. If it ain't right, it ain't right. That's just what it is. But imagine things that were going on and there wasn't any footage. Okay, but there's some coming up about some body camera footage. Um, and it's a lot about our ancestral trauma, our ancestral bloodlines, our ancestral enemies and stuff. Because ain't no way nobody could tell me that, you know what I'm saying, like even not being nowhere near my best self all the time, the level of torture and trauma that I've experienced, man, you don't wish that shit on nobody unless you literally a spawn yourself. A lot of us had to deal with different things that didn't make sense, but you gonna have clarity on why certain things was happening to you during certain dates and times. People casting heavy level, high witchcraft. Um, and this is not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if I don't worry about it, it won't work. Because some people have had to worry about it simply to know that it's going on. But this is saying don't give it power, but know that it is there. Okay? Know that it is there. Something about the winter solstice is always important. So I don't know if you always went through something during the time of, Christmas season or, you know what I'm saying? When certain things were being celebrated. Yeah, I feel like somebody's pregnant here. Or they already had a newborn. Somebody already had a newborn. Okay, so you had botanical kept coming up too. So I don't know if you went to like botanical garden or something about you and botanicals, extracts, ginkgo, aloe, green tea, chamomile. Um, yeah, it's like a lot of people are saying like put the race card down, but it's just like a race to um miseducate or misguide. Okay, a lot of us are coming together in unity, and if you're not really preaching that, then you are preaching division. That's not of God. What we are doing is basically clarifying that a lot of our ancestors were pressured into and forced into a lot of, you know, labor and a lot of us are going to reap the harvest of that. They've already did what, they want us to continue to do. Didn't I say it? So you could also be connected to Spaniards too. Your ancestors coming in strong. Spaniards, a native to Spain, Latin speaking, Latin Europe, Latin America. And it's crazy because it says introduce diseases. I mean, this is the this is the type of stuff that we, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. What's this on the weekends? Something about the weekends too. Should be the time for righteous sleep. Okay, there's some type of exposure that's coming for sure. I don't know why it's coming out too with different injuries. Okay, so I don't know if somebody's dealing with an injury, but we're gonna see. What was it? Darla, you are so beautiful. Yeah. So this could actually just been like a soul tie. Somebody could have actually been connected through sexual energy here, and this person could have been pressed out, wanting to flex with your energy. So they could have actually did some type of work over somebody. It's being revealed to you who you could have been connected to sexually. It could have been an ex that's actually into playing with spell work, or they like to do a lot of things on the weekend here. Somebody actually consider this like some type of art to either do something in your sleep or around your dreams or something. Then you got oppressor came out. This person likes to crush a burden spiritually, mentally. Yeah, subconscious self. This person's still in their subconscious self. So you have well-regarded procrastination. Something about well-regarded, excellent communicators. No trouble making friends. Somebody's going to get help in a crisis, or you being asked to take a lead on something. So it could be somebody that does like small services to a neighborhood. You have the 5th of April to the 4th of May here. Somebody could be doing like small services to the neighborhood. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so somebody could actually be part of like some small service to the neighborhood, and I'm picking up like a what is it called, you guys? A search crew, like a search and rescue. But this person could actually be a part of some type of abduction or taking somebody, because you have you stole something and actually helped look for it. Okay, so there could be somebody that's actually a part of if it's not a kidnapping, this person is making it seem like they doing small services. This person could actually be warm, personable, and outgoing, making it seem like they're reliable to help within a crisis and take the lead. But this is somebody that could be in somebody's local neighborhood that's actually trying to make it seem like they don't know where somebody is. So we're going to pull and see what else. Yeah, you got a 911 call. Okay, so these are just certain things. What else? The men in our life. The men are head up on your journey. Okay, so somebody's telling you to keep your head up on your journey. And I feel like a lot of times we go through something and we be like, man, I'm so fed up because y'all don't understand the mindset that I have at times where I'm like, should I just be like, please God, just take, you know what I'm saying? Knock a head off or two. I don't use my prayer for myself. I'm one of those people, I always pray for protection, and then I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep anything negative away from me. Keep people that are not real human or have compassion or love or, something in their heart. Keep them away from me. And then if you need me to work with somebody, send those people to me. I don't go out to try to make friendships or none of that no more. Like, I simply just don't trust people. And it's not about me not trusting people. It's just like I don't trust myself. Like, I don't trust myself not to cuss you out, not to call you out, not to give you the complete business or lay down of who I see you as you actually are, because when I was doing the whole, oh, you see the good in everyone. You try to see the good in everyone. Some of that shit don't work out all the time. You see the good in somebody and they like, oh, well, she's stupid. She don't see me. But it's like, nah. I'd rather be more real in an unreal world than to be just living out here in a false reality. So you got John Lennon's coming up. The more real you get, the more unreal the world gets. And that's how it is. The more you start coming into contact with yourself, your high self, your spiritual team, your ancestors, who you actually are, you will start to see a lot of artificial stuff. And what gets me is like the mirroring. Everybody, I'm so tired of hearing periods or get the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, does everybody have to say that? Is everybody like being programmed within some institution where they own a converter belt and everybody's just getting these little ticks and tacks and shit and then getting shipped out? Like, I don't get it. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want no part of it. But somebody's telling you, keep your head up on your journey. Something about buds coming back out too. Like, I seen that. We don't want to. The things that some of us have been exposed to, it's just not right. And like I told y'all, I actually picked up on this doctor that could be under judgment simply because they are into, something came up about trans medicine. So they into like transgender medicine. This person's actually specializing in medicine for people that want to change who they are. And not to bring it up, but it's just like you starting to see these people now. I mean, we was pulling on this last year. A lot of people were imbalanced growing up. A lot of people were either abused, assaulted, not loved, didn't love themselves. Okay, so they may have took a change. And all of us have been in that, I was in my tomboy phase. I even, kissed a girl too. I done been through them phases where I'm like, maybe I am this. But there's no way that society or even schools should be introducing or exposing this stuff. And it's one thing when it's all blasted over the TV. You know how many times I had to cut some of these shows off? Like, y'all, some of these people are under judgment because of what they've been doing. And I'm talking about with artificial medications, different things that they're doing to expose bodies to certain things. And this is why I said somebody came through and was like, whoever this new guy is that's coming in, somebody could already have this lifestyle, but they not getting ready to make it far with somebody because they live in a lifestyle that they not ready to, they're not ready to disclose this information. Like, we need to be coming with packets nowadays. Like, what is it about you, your family history, your blood type, your records, everything. Your credit score, bitch. What do you have something? Do you have a bank account, a car in your name, or a actual bill or two? Like, people are going to have to start coming with packets. But then whoever this new boo is, somebody's like, nah, he's not getting ready to come through. So what is it? The men in our life, grandfathers, great grandfathers, great great grandfathers. What else do y'all need to tell us? And they wasn't with that. Y'all see that stuff out the country, man. They ain't not with that. They like, y'all keep it in the US. We don't want that bullshit over here. You want to pop another man, you pop another man, they won't be popped over here. Like literally, they don't want that shit everywhere. Y'all can't spread y'all perversion everywhere. Y'all gonna spread y'all perversion everywhere? No. Spread that shit like cream cheese. Yeah, and then you will be surprised who actually does this type of magic where they want some type of passionate response by using the cloak of religious groups or a religious way of looking at it. Like, I feel like it shouldn't even be in a church. If that's what you do in player, your congregation should know that you like popping on the backsides of things. Like, this is a whole nother level. Y'all are putting perversion mixed with passion, mixed with preaching. This is not the PPP loan that we was talking about. Y'all are loans. People are loans. People are loaned to each other by the Holy Spirit, by the divine, by the great mother. If someone is coming into your life, that person is a loaner. To see how you react to that person, to see what you give to that person, to see how you treat that person, to see how you guys work together. And imagine all of us being loners to our parents and, things don't go right. So when we grow up, we start a whole nother cycle of things with our children. No, this is why things are changing. Whether people like it or not, who gives two fucks? Like, for real. Y'all can't be jogging around the spiritual realm. One day you want to wear a tracksuit. One day you want to run up in heaven with a whole cloak on in somebody else's energy, lying because you done learned something to misguide people. I'm telling y'all, they are not playing. If people are actually passionate about life, and you got people that are just simply using, and I don't know why I keep getting like identity. So it's a lot of identity theft, but the identity theft is not the identity theft we think it is. It's just literally, they wanted to steal it and make it artificial. That's why I said, you know what I'm saying? The filters was one thing, okay? Because I think I had an iPhone one time and I threw it away. Because not only because of the hacking and everything else, and I seen how it was, but I was taking pictures and I'm like, damn, it picks up every pore on my face. So you need to tell me I got all these marks and stuff. But I got to thinking, I'm like, nah, y'all ain't getting ready to change my beauty. And I realized that some of these phones will do that. If they don't pick up some of the worst flaws in you, then they'll go ahead and be like, let me go on and etch and sketch her face for her. I don't need y'all artificial filters. I don't need nobody to try to figure out my true identity, because our true identity is within us. It's not on the outside. You got people rushing in, oh, let me get this picture, but don't know it's AI. There will be no rushing me into no AI. I don't want to be a part of the program. I just don't. Okay, so whatever it is that people are into, like, y'all can keep me out. Yeah, so it's a lot about trauma bonds. Okay, so we're being told to watch trauma bonds, watch bonding with certain people just because you experience some level of oppression or some level of passion with this person. It could be a whole lie. You know what I'm saying? I have literally seen people that will make up a story. These are certain people that will be like, yeah, I just lost my mom, because they know maybe you just lost somebody. And they're like, well, we should just, get high and smoke together. No, you have to watch certain people that are ready to bond with you through what you've experienced, because that's the easiest way for you to stay where you at, is by having somebody around you that, they if they didn't give up, they literally like, shit, it's just what it is. We'll take it. So we have to watch trauma bonding. They telling us a true believer is knowing during hard times of hardships. Okay, so this is what's going on amongst the land. Whether it's money, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's stability in a home, certain things are being reworked and removed simply because we are being tested. We are being tested on a daily. Are we going to continue to keep our faith? Are we going to believe in other things, outside of what's being pumped to us or what's being shown? Are we going to take the risk in standing up in our truth and our own individual power and life force and believe in something? Because during this time, I'm going to tell you, I was getting bills back to back to back, and I'm like, God damn, as soon as I get $1 in this bitch, something needs to be done. But it's like, I can't worry about what comes knowing, you know what I'm saying? Because this just has certain things to work to see if your faith, are you still going to hold strong to who you are and believe? Because I'd be like, goddamn, at this point, give me a drink, something. You know what I'm saying? But we have to learn it. We doing differently. And it was one of the realest things I seen, because it's like, we healing, bitch. It don't mean we healed. We have not actually healed. We're on that path of healing. Ain't none of us gonna be perfect, and then don't none of y'all have to like us. We are being fully restored. And that means with our name, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so you being told, I mean, it's just like a lot of, didn't I say sex traps and binding? Who we are bound to, who we bonding with, who we believe is who, and who's there for us. So, you know what I'm saying? We hope we open up the heaven's gates, allow somebody into our universe, our personal space, or even fellas, you too. You know what I'm saying? Certain one, some of you got golden pipe, and you go and you place it into the dark hole of a dark hole, and start wondering why your life is changing. Just because shit, some of these chicks are into it too. It's just what it is. This is a spiritual experience. We are only our spirits. So you have a mix up of Israel. Okay, so, and then I was pulling on that too. It's a lot of mix up of Israel, the Israelites, different people, different tribes. Okay, the trauma that we have experienced, I think they wasn't planning on us, waking up and seeing the truth, or you know what I'm saying. And this is why when I come on, you're gonna hear some repetition with me, because if we've been taught something continuously over and over and over every generation, it is gonna take repetition. And some people, imagine, some people talk about, well, I said that last year. Okay, well, somebody said that 2 years before you. And somebody said that 2 years before that person. And somebody said that 2-3 years for that person. And imagine the people that are 50, 60, 70 that actually have experienced the level of spiritual harassment, stalking, high level magic, sex pills. I said sex pills, so who's using sex pills? Sex banning, traps, trauma, all of this. Imagine those that have already been oppressed for years and years and years. But didn't, not necessarily they didn't believe, but it's just a mix up of a lot of things here. And it's like, imagine those people. People say it all the time. Oh my goodness, I said that already. Girl, and somebody said that before you 2 years ago. And continuously on. There's nothing new under the sun. It's just the people that you're going to connect to because who you are. Ain't nobody out here, you know what I'm saying? Sterling silver special at this bitch. So you got, I bind all who are offsprings of sterile revolt, who stand in the way of African rebirth. Did you hear that? Like the I bind all who are offspring of sterile revolts, who stand in the way of African rebirth. Okay, so you could be going through your rebirth right now, realizing, maybe the people that you was connected to sexually, who you was connected to by trauma bonds, who, you know what I'm saying, learning different things other than what you was already taught. Giving yourself education, realizing that on this journey, you're going to be experiencing a lot of different things that's going to provoke a passion within you that is going to light a fire under your ass. A lot of us have had fires lit every year since 2019. And I feel like those are the ones, the last little group that was like, oh, that was like, you felt it. Those were the ones, they was like, nah, man, I don't want to, or nah, I can't, or they didn't want to believe. And it's like God did everything possible. I'm talking about friends stabbed you in the back, family stabbed you in the back, jobs played with your money, car, it probably broke down, food, you didn't have it in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything possible happened to you in order for you to bring yourself up out of the flames, to be reborn in who you actually are on your journey. And that's just what it is. A lot of us have experienced a lot of losses, and these people gonna have to experience them too. The discrimination ain't gonna work. The racism, none of that. I told y'all, none of that's gonna work. We're gonna have some type of balance. So you have recognition. So I don't know if you know about Nana Baruka, but this is one of the most respected. You could be from a lineage that knows all the secret spells and knowledge, knows how to heal wounds and diseases, curses, and plagues. Okay, you got a wife of Abatala, the creator. So something about white and purple significant to you. Maybe you need to light white candles and purple, or this could be somebody that you are already connected to. But you have lives on riverbed, water, and earth, mind. Um, and this is crazy because I was picking this up where the knowledge that we have is already within us. We born with it. It's in our DNA. So the certain ones that, we was mixed up with, or we may have mixed in buying the different strains or whatever, you still gonna be able to recognize something. And I feel like this was another reason why a lot of our offspring are different, our children, everything was being targeted simply because we were given certain things to be able to deal with the way the earth has come to be. I'll put it that way. Because it's not the way it's supposed to be. When you received an extra breath within your body to be able to work against some things that were coming against you, this was like you receiving cheat codes from the universe. You could even be having children that are born with a specific task, and your task is to just simply listen to your children. Some of your children could be waking up out their sleep telling you what's going on or what's to come. They literally have their gifts heightened so tough because they were sent straight from the divine. These are children that came in with, visions, with gifts. So you wondering why your child don't like being around certain people. We have to start listening to them. And I had to learn that too because my son would tell me all the time little things. He would be 2, 3 years old, and I would hear something, and I'll be like, would nobody believe this? He was literally saying things like, watch your mouth at 8 months. At 8 months. I was about to say 8 months years old, but 8 months. He was saying things like, watch your mouth. And what did we do as a people? A lot of us had that I won't say slave trait, but a lot of us had that within us where we would instantly protect, because I would post certain pictures on my channel of me and my son, and then some of them I didn't. Like, I don't want, every happy moment does not have to be recorded online, especially when you're dealing with people that are they just have no soul. Their goal is to simply oppress, stress, and then steal from you and flex. That's all they want to do. So I stopped doing that. And then I realized, maybe I'm kind of like hugging too tight. But when you realize how the world really is, that is placed within us from the beginning. Our ancestors would literally, have their children, and then, somebody come through, see that they smart or they strong or this and that. And what do? They will rip them straight from their arms. And what do we have now that's doing that? CPS or different government agencies. Even the teachers are targeting the children. It's just a change that must happen, that is going to happen. And it doesn't matter if people are okay with it happening. Simply because the trauma that we have experienced is just enough. It's enough. We're going to be able to overcome and have happiness. And it's not necessarily having pursuits of happiness, because I shouldn't have to pursue happiness. You understand what I'm saying? We should literally just be happy with building, creating, loving, trading, whatever we're doing. Fishing if we want to. You see what I'm saying? Somebody was really taken back because there are laws regulating fishing, which I can kind of understand now in the time we living in, because, people are greedy. Somebody that don't even need the fish will go and take all the fish. But it's just what it is, you guys. We are living in times that are changing, but it's requiring us to break down all the way our internal to be a better vessel. And ain't nobody want no drama. Don't nobody want no drama, man. And that's the thing. That's why everything's always done in the background. They secretly plan to do things, and it's going higher up than, family and friends and coworkers and teachers and doctors and lawyers. This is way bigger. This is why he said it's big. It's way bigger than what you could actually imagine. Um, And if this ain't for you, it's ain't for you. Because a lot of people, they still in their ways, or they just who they are. But some of us have experienced things to a certain degree that we ain't got time for the stuff that's right here on the surface. We are above and beyond with everything. So um it's just time to try something new. So you got, I don't know what this is coming up about, a drawer. Something about a drawer, a hair drawer. Maybe you need to clean a hair drawer. I don't know. Somebody telling you, or change your hair. You could be dealing with something. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get out and we dressing in all black with hoodies on, thinking we ain't gonna be spotted at midnight type shit. Like, please don't see me. Some of us would be like, please don't see me. Please don't look at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm at that point where I'm like, just leave me the fuck alone. I don't know why people take their time to create bullshit, but it's like, if you're not being bothered, imagine nobody bothering you and you bothering this person, and then they ancestors just like, you know what? I done had about enough, buddy. You know what I'm saying? An actual breath from the heavens it'll take a lot of people out. So we just gonna keep sending them prayers up, y'all. It's just all it is to it. Like, getting through our own personal trauma. But yeah, they lit. Yeah. So somebody being told to change your hair and clean your hair drawer. Or something about you in a drawer that needs to be clean. It could be something within a drawer that's actually bound to somebody or bonded to somebody. Maybe you received some type of gift from either a baby daddy, a baby mama, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that fathered your child or, mothered your child. So whoever this is could still be connected to somebody here by some items. I don't know why you got Francois. So something about France is coming up. Yeah, and people, and realize people gonna have their own personal belief system, simply because not everybody has the same walk of life. This is why, when you go and you channel click and certain things, you may hear somebody that's just simply cussing people out, but they don't know that, what I'm saying, this is the energy they dealing with, because maybe something they done, or they could be connected to somebody that's like all for them. Like, certain people have their own way of doing things. And you just gotta watch what your own personal triggers are, okay? Because somebody actually has a trigger at work. Something about you having a trigger at work, and this is one of the things. We are breaking cycles and changing the way things are. So if your ancestors had to deal with some type of hard labor or different work issues or issues at work, then you may have to deal with it, but you're gonna have to deal with it differently. And I feel like this could even be the way that you look at work. Maybe you need to open up your own business or start something personally for yourself, because you have a trigger at work. Somebody has a trigger at work. And this is literally, somebody could have a trigger at work. You see what I'm saying? Somebody could actually be dealing with some type of fight between they other here at work. Like, you see what I'm saying? Stop hitting people's phones with all the foolery. If you at least wait till somebody clock out. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's having problems at work. So yeah, you have different practitioners that's under judgment here that could have been doing things just to oppress certain people. Keep them from consciously being aware of what's going on. And I feel like, AI has a lot to do with it. The oppressive energy has a lot to do with it. Keeping certain people imbalancing their sexuality has a lot to do with it. The way people are dealing with things at work has a lot to do with it. But I'm protected by the spiritual realm. I'm guided by the spiritual realm. Okay, so maybe you need to tell yourself every day, I'm protected by the spiritual realm. I am guided by the spiritual realm. So you are protected by your ancestors, God, your higher self, the Most High, your team. And you are guided by them on a daily. Know that whoever's been practicing anything against you, they're going to have to deal with doctor's visits. I mean, literally. Some of them can't sleep. They're dealing with sleep paralysis. They can't move. So imagine your ancestors catching them in their sleep. Okay, something about a godmother came up. So let's see. You have Godmother watch over me. I think I'm gonna get some words to y'all. Telephone, cell phone gossip. Yes. So know when you go to speak on somebody's personal business or what they could be experiencing or even laughing at their trauma, these are being sent out in airwaves. Who do you think is over the air? Okay, so you have something about frequency. Keeping your frequency high and not worried about some gossip. Somebody could have been gossiping on like a lot over the phone. Yeah. And I don't know why it's coming up about these soulmates. If people is your soulmate, then y'all gonna be together, doing what y'all supposed to do. Don't wait till all the trauma's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe it was bad advice, but I don't want somebody to wait until I've experienced everything and then be like, oh, okay. No. That's why I can say that I'm okay where I'm at with it because, you know, I've experienced a lot, and you can only experience a lot with somebody else without actually, giving up on them or turning your back on this person. So if you are with somebody and y'all love each other, continue to love each other, especially in these times, because we're dealing with people that are actually spiritually and mentally traumatized to the point where they are doing things that they don't even care about the consequences for. So if you are already in a relationship, know that your relationship's protected, your children's protected, your finances protected, your home's protected. A lot of these people that were doing things to provoke different, households to go do things, they're gonna have to deal with whatever they gonna have to deal with. We're not gonna really worry about the heat that they catching. Just know that they catching heat. I don't know why something about the attorney general's coming out. Yeah, so you could be on a block buyback. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have to buy the block because the block's already yours. It's something coming up about different land that you could be purchasing or taking the land back. And like I said, Detroit and Chicago came up heavy, and seeing how the things have worked there, y'all just gotta understand how a lot of this stuff even played out, man. A lot of us was targeted since the get go, and it was, before we was even conceived, because our families was targeted by their own bloodline. So you have, the 13 enemies, whether it's cheating, intolerance, greed, ego, slander, lust. It was just a lot of enemies. A lot of people operating in ego that wanted to gossip and cheat their way through, and it's just another way of doing shit. So you could have actually built from, just picking up after everybody else, or, being behind everybody else, or maybe you feel like you late, but you actually right on time with what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, you got these different people that have like these webinars or seminars. They could be teaching like financial freedom and land and real estate. These different people, they already being looked at, because it's all about if you actually ascending or not, being seen, assisting somebody simply because you want to be seen as somebody that's helpful, but in your heart, you're not doing that. You harnessing different energy. Okay. So somebody's being told to watch like your sexual energy that you could be connecting to people with. Get closer to God. Harness your sexual energy. Keep your sexual energy. If you're not already with somebody, or you know what I'm saying, somebody's being told to harness your own sexual energy. This is going to help you ascend. Ooh, I feel like I got a little bit off track, but it's like, ooh, yeah, it's just what it is, y'all. We shit, ain't none of us perfect, but these people are evil. Yeah, they coming out all the little evil territory. This is why they losing it. You got fallen angels, Indian reservation. Yeah, there's gonna be a balance when it comes to the land. Period. I'm gonna look this number up too. You have 326. Do not exchange your truth for wealth. Okay, and I was actually picking it up because it's like everybody's rushing to get LLCs, and I'm still trying to wrap my mind around an LLC when it comes to my spirituality or my spiritual path. It's like I'm not getting ready to connect to, the government or different things off of something that I'm passionate about or that's placed within me. Like I still can't get that. Like no, what I'm saying, sneak this to people that's rushing to get LLCs, but it's like do your research on some of this stuff, man. It's like, I'm not getting ready. No. You're not going to be binded and chained to my spirituality. I mean, that's just what it is. This is why I make sure that I say I'm not connected to anybody. I mean, I'm just simply not. Um, I believe in the justice and healing of people, and I believe in truth, and I believe in you can always be better. But I roll on somebody in a minute because I already know people pretend to be perfect or keep up a facade of beauty or having a lot of money or that they love God, but really they into doing witchcraft and planning on the next person's journey or path. I don't know. What's it say about somebody's baby? Yeah, something about Saturday. What's this on Saturday? Do not exchange your truth for wealth. Somebody could be making reservations for something. I don't know why I feel like. We ain't getting into that. Somebody's finding out somebody's baby is somebody's baby. So somebody could be, and this is the thing. Maybe this is what, like I told you, I was picking up on. A lot of us had to be hurt to the core by the people that we did not expect to hurt us simply so we can be who we're supposed to be. And somebody could be finding out that somebody did have a baby on them. And it's just like something that you need to hear in order for you to be on the lighter side of things, because when we find out certain stuff and we not somewhere else mentally, spiritually, we take matter into our own hands as humans. We have learned to be animals. So we take matters into our own hands. But this is about you healing. Realizing that somebody could have actually tried to keep you as some form of spiritual sacrifice, meaning they know that you're passionate, they know that you have healing energy, they know that you have a lighter side of you, they know that you have heart, they know that you have something that they want. So they'll keep you just to, what I'm saying, be able to exchange your life force and energy around. And I feel like you needed to see that there's somebody here that's like on the darker side of things and you on the lighter side of things. You're supposed to be communing with the divine here. So you got the light side of practice. Maybe you being told your indigenous practices, whatever you doing, you're supposed to be on the light side of a practice here. Yeah, and keep from going down like a rabbit hole. Like I told you, if you got to worry about, what's going on, if it ain't on the surface, we're not going to dig deep into nothing. We're going to keep ascending. Somebody wants you to go down the rabbit hole or something. We're just not getting ready to do that. Yeah, they into some other stuff, y'all. Like I'm saying, it's also too, watch like what you looking at. If somebody is like knowing that you watching, these are the type of people that are gonna fake an engagement for attention. They gonna go buy their own rings or buy their own clothes or buy something to make it seem like they actually doing something. But in the inside, these people are disturbed. So you got something amazing is happening. Sorry, grandfather, they're like you all over the place, but it's just what it is. We're gonna get a couple more and go and get out of here. Something amazing is happening. Something about air raids, blitz. Somebody telling you have an ugly nigga, and just because he got a big stick doesn't mean that you have to stay around this person. You could be worried about somebody, and this person's actually faking an engagement with somebody, or this could be like a fake lifestyle, a fake marriage, or something. Don't worry about this person. Yeah, it could be a fire sign. You have your healing journey. So it says, my healing journey, life, womb belongs to me. Yeah, somebody's telling you your healing journey in life and your womb belongs to you. You have harmony. So you have harmony 2 times. You have gardenia, peace. There is some peace that's coming to you. And I feel like this is after you realize that somebody may have even had a baby. And I don't even know why this is coming up. Yeah, because you had injuries come back again. And I told you, this is the domestic disturbance card came out, child. And then I say, when I pulled in the beginning that somebody need to watch out, it's like a stabbing, but this girl's pregnant. She could be dealing with a lot of sickness. So this could be what a karmic is dealing with, or a masculine and a karmic is dealing with, because maybe you pulling yourself away from this energy and you don't know that these people are going through this type of, they bonded together by trauma in a love spell. Somebody is bonded by trauma in a love spell, and somebody is with somebody just because they pregnant, but they with somebody else. And this person's gonna actually try to fake an engagement. We want the big news. We ain't really worried about this stuff. Like, I know I'm not. Yeah, you got a parent's dirty work. So what is this? Certain bloodlines have been targeted simply because if you can't deal with the trauma that you've experienced, you will be provoked into doing things that you wouldn't normally do. And like I said, when I chimed in, it was like the act of nature would keep you from doing it. Like literally, I was on my way to do some foolery and a bird hit the window, but I still didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? Hard head make a soft ass. A lot of us got soft asses. But the thing is, you're gonna see what dirty work's been going on back to back in the spiritual realm. But you gotta pull yourself out of it, as crazy as it sounds. So this is like a direct message to mothers, wives, sisters, and daughters from the grandfathers. Okay? They telling you what they destroy, you no longer need. You could be seeing some of them in white light, or something about orbs and different white lights. Trust your gut. When you feel uneasy about something, then that is your intuition telling you that something ain't right. So you being told to trust your gut. I'm gonna get a couple more. Yeah, some of you come from bloodlines with sacred masculines, and I'm talking about Indian ancestors, island ancestors. They everywhere. Something about the entertainment industry. So let's see. In Pandora's box, you got your Maya out here, the mother of everything, associated with the seas, women, children, and fishermen, salty water. After being raped, she fled to the mountaintop. So that mountaintop came out. It said after being raped, so somebody could be experiencing actually getting over this type of sexual trauma. It says after being, well, I ain't gonna say it again because it could be a trigger. She fled to the mountaintop. She cried and formed rivers and flooded earth to create oceans. She died and her body created mountains, valleys, and all ways water could flow, white and blue. So I don't know if you connected. This is a beautiful tale. But your Maya came out for the mothers, wives, sisters, and daughters. During this time, know that the sincerity of friends is known during hard times. You're going to know who your real friends are, because those times when you may have fallen short, or you need some type of assistance, and not necessarily financial support or something, maybe a kind word or reassuring word or uplifting word, you'll know who your real friends are. It's like, don't keep attached to people simply because y'all may have, you know what I'm saying, climbed up out the gutter together. But people do change. Things do take another course. Other people are out here on a whole nother different mission than you are. So you have your enemies are beneath your feet. You could be picking up your cross. And I was picking up that somebody is an actual traveler. Some things that you're supposed to be doing are going to involve a lot of traveling. It's not necessarily not necessarily meaning you're going to be on a particular land for a long time. But yeah, you have billionaire body out here. A lot of people are mad and religious because you are connected to your spirituality. And to me, we all know, you know what I'm saying? Religion is just simply the division of certain groups of people that are supposed to be, praising the same God. We're seeing now that that's just not how things are happening. So I'd rather, consume the all, know the all, be the all, instead of being separated and pulled completely the fuck apart into other divisions of different things, and where other people are practicing different denominations of different things. And, you have your different ways that people are doing rituals. Yeah, we're not getting ready to get into that. It's nobody's business if you choose to be who you are. You have somebody's heart has been captured. Yeah, they keep saying trust your gut. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Gator boots. The pimped out Gucci suit. Somebody ain't got no job, but they stay sharp. I wonder how they stay sharp. How they staying sharp, y'all? Somebody could actually be a country singer, or your ancestors or your grandfather was into country music, could have sung country music. Yeah, somebody has a masculine around. This person robbed their own home. This is the type of person, you know what I'm saying? You come home from working 10 to 12 hour shifts or whatever, crib could be laid. And you be like, where is my TV at? Where is my TV? This fool's the type, you know what I'm saying? Damn, where the TV go? Man, did you tell me woo woo? He gonna go all out. But he only wants sexual gratification or sexual pleasure. This fool will rob his home of his own TV. So I told you, you gotta watch this. This robbery came out in reverse, but it came out again that the masculine here ain't got no job, but he stays sharp because he like going around to different people's homes. He's the type that'll be a friend, and you look up and your stuff's missing. So you gotta watch whoever this masculine is. You gotta balance your sacral chakra, negative energy from previous relationships. Okay, so didn't I say a lot of people are dealing with like their sexual healing or sexual energy that they harnessing? Okay, you're not exchanging everything with somebody just because he gonna sing you a sweet song. You can go try that shit somewhere else, buddy. Start trusting in your gut. Somebody's holding on as long as possible. There could be a teacher, an Indian. This person could be a native descent. There's a teacher out here. Let's see what this teacher wants. I'm supposed to be closing this out, but I guess it's gonna be long because I don't care. Actually, I absolutely love how some of us are just okay with just being regular. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, man, please. Something about a bridge. Treatment based on psychological dynamic, astral influence, spiritual causes. Physical abuse. Yeah, it could be a teacher that's getting caught up with physical abuse here. And I've actually experienced that. So this is what you're seeing. If you are targeting your own bloodline, you're going to see these spiritual hitters you have can be called on. And like I said, it's a lot of ancestors out here. And they wasn't able to receive this teaching. So imagine somebody that's secretly teaching you something, but they hate that they teaching you that simply because of your bloodline and where you come from. This is what some of us have had to deal with and didn't even know it. Simply because some people believe that, some of these people were treated for their psychological issues or how they wanted to do things, but they have weaponized whatever they could to try to keep certain things oppressed. It's just not going to work anymore. Okay, so you could be healing from this type of abuse. Is actually being targeted by a teacher or something happening with you and a teacher here. Yeah, all spiritual gifts come from God, and we are not aware of the power. Some people, they are aware of the power, but whether they did it or not. You got 1 Corinthians, no reproductive. Somebody is a Jekyll and Hyde. Somebody likes to do things, and I feel like this is creating, babies. Somebody's into reproduction spells or something. You gotta look close, dig deeper. Also, the importance of maybe your hairstyle. Something about your hair keep coming up. Somebody playing the victim. You got Dominican out here. There's some evidence of a Dominican and what they could have been doing. And I feel like this is just creating something. And I keep getting in a lab. Who's in a damn lab? And what's this evidence? It don't matter because you got the death card right after. It's going to be a funeral loft somewhere. And I feel like this is whoever that's been practicing this wickedness. The Book of Gates, a work on the spiritual world. Discrimination. Okay, so maybe there was some type of discrimination out here. Bite marks. Let me get some. Didn't I say I was gonna get some words? Yeah, you have a higher calling. Okay, and if it's not evidence that you receive from that, then you're gonna receive it, because I feel like you have passion to do something. Somebody was trying to rob you of your either your spiritual gifts by using your sexual energy, or somebody was trying to do something artificial simply because you could have been connected by some trauma here. You have a tour bus. Yeah, you could be clairvoyant. You have Aquarius, a bank tellers out here, a movie director. Didn't I say somebody's getting caught up for some movies? What matters most? Gaslighting, intentionally staging to question sanity, manufacturing insanity and chaos. Okay, so this goes back to somebody that likes to intentionally, stage different things around you in order to like fish you and bait and fish you so that you can come out and show your ass. I told you they do it all the time. Somebody might be extra loud outside your window. And if you're one of them people that's always like, dun dun dun, because I used to be like that. Somebody be like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a little fight or something. And then I go outside, like, don't be putting your hands on her. Don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It could be a whole setup. They just trying to see if it's shit's going to work. Stop letting people gaslight you. But I'm going to get some words. I want to keep on pulling because I feel like we still got stuff to know. But I'm going to get some words. Coming back up. It keeps coming up about fishing too. So maybe you need to go fish too. Go spend time by the water. You could have ancestors that absolutely love fishing, to the point where you can go and just fish and just, open up your heart and talk to them and see what happens. Okay, so you have pointed, a leaf, pointer. Yeah, you have a teacher out here. Poison, arrow, poisonous, pokeweed, Poland. So you can have Poland or Polish ancestors. You have, a lot of scientists is out. Weight, negative, polecat, polishing material, political division, gathering, pollard, bearing, pollen, father, mother, polo, Polynesian. Okay, so you can have Polynesian ancestors. Polyphemus, captive, polyexon, polyzon, a lot of P's. Pomp and circumstance composer, Pompeii, heroine. Somebody's being caught at a scene of defeat. Somebody's going to actually be caught at a scene of doing something. You have pony, puka, a damn goblin inspector. Okay. Pool, something about a pool. Artificial, so an artificial pool or a tank. Something about a fish tank. Poon tree, poor, pop, pope, Popeye, sweetheart, poplar, poppy, population count, and porcelain. All right, so we're going to pull some more, pull in some of these. I might not even pull them more. I might just go through and see what they got with these words. But damn, we got poisonous fish. So some of these ancestors, they had to, and that's another thing I'm getting, like the fish. Remember I told you they had to eat certain things? Something about poisonous fish or a fish. You had a spike. You got a missile out here. You have herbs. I don't know what pokeweed is, but you have a dynasty. Whoever this scientist is coming back out. You have polishing material. So somebody could be into the polishing material. This could be your trade. You know what I'm saying? Your gift. Something you like to do. A lot of our ancestors, of course, they work with their hands. Okay, if we went into herbs, crafting, what is it? Carving, blacksmith, forging. We was working with our hands. Like everything that we have produced and made for society to be able to thrive, like this is what you have within you. So you have something about Gemini, some twins. You have something about Zeus coming up, Mount, stick, Marco, there's another traveler. So you, like I said, somebody needs to be traveling. They're a servant of the Most High. They're a servant of God here. Something about apples, bananas. Yeah, someone wants something at their burial place. I think they want fruit or even fish. I don't know if you're putting that on your altar or what, but some type of fish. Something about wages. Yeah, the wages of certain pallets came up. Okay, then you had something about coral. Maybe this is the color you should be using. You really connected to the sea. You have apples again. Then you have something about a skeleton. Um, didn't I say somebody searching for the fountain of youth? Like the fountain of youth is your spirit, the wholeness of you, your heart, your compassion, and your love for others. So somebody was really in search for the fountain of youth. This is a light, a discovery. Okay, somebody's really in search of it and don't know. It's just simply living your life the best way you can and not being an asshole to other people. So you have something about the opera. Okay, so you have an opera singer. You have Florida coming up. Um, Something about a student's house. It could be a teacher getting caught up for going to a student's house. You have a waterfall. Somebody could be in need of something. You have a nun. You have a sister. Somebody named John. Some sport. Somebody gonna have a soda burst. Somebody likes shooting pop cans with their father. So somebody likes to shoot cans with their father, or this is what they used to do. They used to shoot cans with their father. You have an Andy. Somebody could be a real good artist. You didn't know that your ancestor was an artist. Okay, they was an art hero. Um, Somebody's gonna propose. Hey, somebody is an actual princess or prince. You have a crown, so you have a tiara. Um, you have Leo, Adrian, Paul, Urban, Alexander. Something about Popeye and the comic strip, or your ancestors could be actual sailors. Yeah, because they have Olive. All right. Then you had something about opium. They was talking about poppy seeds, opium, and stuff. Um, Different porcelain, china. So I don't know if you have like somebody's art or porcelain, but they want you to figure out what matters most to you. Don't necessarily worry about money here. I feel like somebody could also too be into like directing movies or doing something, and this is like the good way. Maybe you trying to, you know, bring light to certain things, or I'm so over like the movies, and I'm so over all of it. It's like all of it's just damn near depressing. Like, can we bring in some fresh new talent, that people that actually have the spirit of the Most High, God, or the high self, that can create, whatever. But yeah, you have I don't know why but yeah, like imagine eating dust. Imagine having to worry about rallies and people gathering to heckle and hack you and um, list you on a certain list for you to be banned or overshadowed. Different people that wanted to be a part of some type of division in counties and states and keep you from being looked at a certain way because of your community. This is the certain things that we was going through that our ancestors already went through. They want you to stay positive and know that there's a shift coming, because they've been seeing you bear a lot of weight. Um, and yes, they don't want you to have any division when it comes to um, seeing something with your mother and father. We want you to know that this was something that could have happened. You could have been on a twin flame or something about you. You could have a daughter. Um, well, you have daughter and son. Somebody could have twins, daughter and son. So a girl and a boy. Yeah, but you have so much stuff out here. I'm gonna go ahead and just read though. I mean, then you have our Achilles, Odysseus. You have Cyclops. Something about an oven. I mean, just imagine some of the things, that was created already. Ovens, cameras, different herbs that were being used. Y'all, it's a change coming. I'll probably hop back on. But yeah, keep your head up. Keep pressing forward. Whatever you're dealing with, it can always get better if you believe. Believe in yourself first. That's your message.